a lot of the things we say, not only as musicians, but as a society, is because somebody else is saying it. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? I have a very good friend on the YouTube channel today. This is Bain Beakley. We go way back, don't we?
Way back, you were a youngin'.
I was young and handsome, and so were you.
Yeah, at one time. You're like getting up there, man.
Man, I'm so famous now.
Pushing 40.
Wow. We were talking about something very unique and interesting.
Yes.
Do you want to ask the question or me?
Well,
and why are you caressing?
why? Yeah, that's the sweet spot.
The sweet spot of my desk.
Why do people hate bands? Well,
Why do people
hate? Is like, you know,
hate on bands, right?
Pretty
Is
strong.
it,
Yeah,
is the question
on
hate on bands? Like,
I don't necessarily hate them.
for example, what about Nickelback?
The most obvious one.
Back in Mexico, before I moved here, I used to love Nickelback. I moved here and somebody told me that it was a wrong thing to say that you like Nickelback, that you shouldn't even say it. And it goes to many other bands and artists, like Britney Spears. Back in the 2000s, people would say like, oh, do you know something about Britney Spears? And that was supposed to be a bad thing. But why is it?
Well, because you're a guy, so it's you to sing a Britney Spears song.
Was it?
It's kind of weird. Yeah. I mean, any guy to sing a Britney Spears song, they would think it's funny. Hey, you know.
Why the hate? I feel like...
Well, with Nickelback, I think it
I wanna
started
know
out
why.
with the hair.
Tell me why.
His hair.
It's his hair. Okay.
I've heard he's just a really nice guy, and they're, you know, they got clever songs and you know, a couple funny tunes that rock, man. I think they're cool. But some people do hate on him, and why do they? I don't know.
You don't. Also, that's the end of the video.
Hate him?
This is the end of the video. We don't know now. Just kidding. My opinion is that hate that musicians say is because they're hearing other musicians say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've done it. I've done it like somebody goes on my gig and they yell, "Play Nickelback," and they start laughing. And I get annoyed, not out of dislike to Nickelback, but because I know it's supposed to be a heckling negative thing that they're doing to me.
I've seen videos of them just getting trashed by the audience, and he's like, hey, if you guys don't want to have fun, we're out of here. And they ended up leaving the gig.
That's funny, right?
They still got paid, I'm sure, but, you know, I don't really come across that many bands that people really hate on other than...
No, but you heard it. That's what I mean. Yeah. And you heard it. And have you ever stopped and think why like...
That's the reason I think. Sounds silly, but when people look at him, he looks kind of silly up there with the hairdo he had back then.
Oh, with the hair?
He looked like a dog. He was like curly hair, and it was like down to here. The chicks probably really loved him, you know, but the guys are probably like, look at this guy, you know, who do you think he is?
Have you ever watched those videos from bands from the 70s and 80s?
Yeah.
Well, when I look at that,
corny.
It's cringy. It's cringy. Yeah. It's corny. Like the guy, I just can't get enough. Depeche Mode or something like that?
Love those guys.
You love them? Yeah.
No, they got some cool tunes.
Well, I know a lot of people like them. Like the Sharona, for example.
My Sharona.
My Sharona, right?
We were talking about that yesterday.
A friend of, oh, really? I have a friend of mine.
Guitar solo in that band.
I have a friend of mine that loves that song.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't like that song that much. Yeah, you have a friend. And I don't like that song. I feel like...
You listen to the guitar solo, though? It rips.
But I feel like the answers to why we hate or like songs, it has to do more with our times back then when the songs came out. What were you doing back then? For example, Gangsta's Paradise. I love that song. To be honest, it's not about the actual song, but it's more about the memories of...
It's about Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I know, right? I just found out it's by Stevie Wonder. I didn't know. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, Gangsta's Paradise is based on a Stevie Wonder song. Pastime Paradise.
I think it is.
If a song got too popular, that people start saying, oh, stop.
Yeah.
Oh, change that
all the time.
Yeah, you hear on the radio, right?
Especially back
like Justin Bieber when he came out. Justin Bieber, it was on every radio station. Maroon 5, the same thing. And you're like, oh, come on, again Maroon 5. So yeah, I guess we don't have the answers to why people hate or love. I feel like it's just a collective kind of thing. You want to feel part of the group? You say it because you heard it somewhere else.
When I first heard about bringing Nickelback up again, I heard about someone hating them and it started to catch on. That's the first thing I thought it was, the look, their look.
The look.
And he looked kind of corny up there. But that was the 90s?
But, okay,
the 90s?
But you were younger, right? You were younger and less wiser, correct?
Yes.
Now, if you reflect on you thinking about the looks, do you still agree with judging by the looks?
No, but I didn't judge him for the looks. I thought he looked funny, but I still appreciated them as musicians. I like what I heard. You know, they had some kind of couple corny songs, maybe that I don't know. I think the guys got jealous of that band.
I mean, that band made it. Like, they were so big. I'm telling you that I was learning to drive at 16 years old in Mexico, and I was rocking "Never Made It as a Wise Man."
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't. I was rocking that song.
That's a great tune, man.
And I thought they were amazing.
Yeah.
Then I moved here. I was like 19 or 20 playing a gig somewhere in Siesta Key. I hear other musicians telling me, "Oh, play some Nickelback," ha ha ha, and I'm like, why?
You're like, okay.
Why? It broke my heart. This is the crazy thing. For years, I kept saying I hated them. That's the crazy thing. A band I liked, I started saying.
Really?
I started because I
Everyone
heard
else did?
everyone else did. So I started saying, "Oh, ew." I joined the hate party. That's why I wanted to make this video. A lot of the things we say, not only as musicians, but as a society, is because somebody else is saying it. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Nickleback
rocks, dude.
I'm really curious to see what other musicians think. Not like a childish answer. I want a mature answer. Here's another one. Taylor Swift. There's people saying she's unbelievably amazing, right? I'm really curious to listen to Taylor Swift now, because of how many people are saying how much they love her. Like a reverse thing of hating on a band. When you hear everybody loving on a band, now you're intrigued to see what they got. So, I mean, I just feel like we should spread more love when it comes to bands, especially between musicians, than just saying, "Ugh, this sucks because this person said it. Because this person said it, it sucks." I want to hear from Nickelback why they think they get the hate from. Somebody tag Nickelback and see if they can comment on this video and tell us. I don't hate you guys. I'm sorry.
I mean, they're doing all right.
They
did all right.
They did all right.
Still doing all right.
They're still doing all right.
Probably still killing it.
Thanks, Bain, for stopping by.
Sorry, I didn't have the answer. You know what I mean?
You know what? I didn't have the answer either, but that's where
Together we'll find.
together we will find the answer.
Until then,
we
don't know.
We don't know. Ahaha. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Anytime, bro. We gotta develop that little greeting thing. Take care, my friends. See you guys in the next video. Check him out. Links on the description.